And now with me I have Travis Dodd, the assistant coach of the winning Bayswater side. Travis, you would be absolutely delighted with that result.
Oh, it's massive in the context of the season where we are, point of the season, coming away from home again, very difficult ground to come to and take anything away from. The boys, they dug deep, and they got what they deserved, I think.
Yeah, it's been a long time, I think, since they've actually won up here, and certainly Sorrento have been the bogey side for you for the season, basically, well, for a couple of seasons. So it is nice to come up here and go one step closer. Yeah,
definitely. We spoke about before the game, not focusing on the end goal, which is the championship, but to get the processes right, and if we do that individual jobs, then the results will take care of themselves. So it was a scrappy game. I don't think we had any real ascendancy. So when I say we got what we deserved, it's a culmination of the whole season. Pre-season, the cup games and everything like that. All the work that we've been putting into, we're able to come here and get a result, and ultimately, almost a step closer to the championship.
Yep. In actual fact, the game itself was one really that there weren't that many clear-cut chances, was there? They were all sort of half chances.
Yeah, look, there wasn't a lot in it. Defensively, Sorrento was sound again and quite solid, and they've got good structure. Jamie's got them set up well, and they are very difficult to break down. And they showed that again in the cup game against Sydney FC. That even against an A-League opposition, they're difficult to break down. So it wasn't easy. You come, the pitch is bobbly. It's bobbly for both sides. It's windy, so conditions weren't great, but luck of the draw sometimes on your side with the own goal for the second one and the winner.
Yeah, the good cross from Toddy for the free kick. Yeah,
look, at the end of the day, what we want players to do is put balls in dangerous areas, and Todd showed that those are the dangerous areas. When you get it in there, anything can happen. It doesn't have to be our players on the end of it. It makes it difficult, those in-swinging balls, for defenders to deal with, and that's the kind of things that can win titles.
And basically, when you look at the ground, as you say, the conditions and that, all three goals, I think, sort of epitomised that, because they were all three really, how would you say, nondescript type of goals.
Yeah, I mean, even the goal that we conceded, from the goal kicking it out of full short, going into the winds, and then they break where numbers aren't there. So yeah, that side of it is frustrating, I think, as a coach, because that's the kind of stuff that can be prevented. Players were slipping over. There's a couple of times when Devon was slipping in the box and whatnot. So you just try and eliminate any dangers like that, and you don't have to play the ball back there and make it hard for yourselves, which we did at times.
The save, probably the best save I've seen all season.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Devon had his eyes closed for that. But he definitely knew that there was cameras going off. So it's what they get paid to do. He's been good for us all year, and when we really need him to stand up and be counted, he was there to keep it out of the back of the net.
Yeah, well, I was even standing beside a couple of Sorrento people, and they had just gasped and said, "How the hell did he get that?" Actually, they didn't say how the hell, but you get the gist of what they were saying.
I can imagine. No, off the boot, it looked like a great strike, and honestly didn't think Dev was going to get there, but he was able to get fingertips, and yeah, that's another thing. It's all these little 1%ers, balls in the right areas, keepers keeping them out, Dev keeping that one out, and just the discipline throughout the season. That's what win your championships.
Yeah. And once again, the boss is away, but it doesn't really matter. Stuart and yourself have kept it going.
Yeah, look, it's I heard Stewie say a couple of weeks ago on the show that it's a good setup down at the club in terms of the coaching staff. We're lucky where there's a lot of experience to bounce off. We've got the cattle with the playing group, so It's why we work on things so much in pre-season, so that when people are away, when Coiney's away, then it can be a smoother transition, and there's not a lot of concern after that. So we just continue on with what we've been doing.
Who'd you have picked as your man of the match? Only just asking.
I think Macca was pretty good today. He was outstanding, which is good. You know, he had a bit of a sickness early on in the season, and it's taken him a little while to find his fitness again. But I think he's starting to get back to his best.
Next week, Perth Glory, then Floreat. So within probably the next 2 weeks, we will know for sure the destination of the NPL.
Yeah, look, I'd love for Inglewood to do a job on Floreat tomorrow or on the weekend, but if not, then yeah, we go back home, take on Perth, and
Perth Glory, I should say.
Yeah, take on Perth Glory, and get another 3 points. We prepare again. And we go again, and hopefully by the time we get to Floreat, it's sewn up.
Okay, well listen, Travis, thanks a million for talking to us, and thanks a million for standing out here in the absolute freezing cold to have a chat.
I love it. I love these conditions. Brilliant.
Real typical British conditions. Thanks, Travis.
Okay, no problem.